Ducati's Monster has been an absolute legend since 1992. They've sold over 380,000 of these things across 4 generations. For tons of riders, it was the perfect way to get into the Ducati family without breaking the bank. On a full-on superbike. But it wasn't just about the badge. The Monster actually delivered. A punchy V-twin wrapped in a lightweight frame with sharp handling, plus those looks that just made you want one. Riding it felt special, and that feeling rubbed off on you too. Now we've got the 5th generation. Pretty much everything's new. Engine, frame, suspension, the works. So does it still have that monster magic? What's new under the hood, the 890cc Voltstwin, is Ducati's lightest twin ever at just 54.4 kilograms. Shaving 4 kilograms off the old bike, power sits at 109 bhp, which doesn't sound crazy on paper. But here's the thing. It's all about the torque. You've got 70% of that 6.7 lb-ft available below 3,000 revolutions per minute, with 80% on tap between 4,000 to 10,000 revolutions per minute, thanks to fancy tech like variable valve timing and diamond-coated internals straight from MotoGP. This thing pulls hard from basically anywhere in the rev range. And you won't need valve checks for 28,000 miles, which is pretty sweet. What this means in the real world? The bike's ready to punch as soon as you're rolling. The throttle's smooth and accurate, and the quick shifter is slick as hell. On twisty roads in southern Spain, it was an absolute blast, winding on the gas, short-shifting through gears to surf that torque wave, all while listening to that signature Ducati rasp. Yeah, Euro 5 has muted it a bit, but it still sounds gorgeous. Downshifting is addictive too, with pops and bangs on the overrun. The shifter won't let you bang down with the throttle open though, which takes some getting used to. Riding modes in Electronixiv got 4 modes: Sport, Lively, and Fun. Road, Urban, and Wet. You can tweak power delivery, engine braking, traction control, and wheelie control individually too. We tested wet mode in absolutely biblical Spanish rain. And even when deliberately ham-fisting the controls on slippery roads, the electronics kept everything sorted. The Pirelli Diablo Rosso IVs helped find grip where there shouldn't have been any. How it handles the aluminum monocoque and engine work together as a stressed member, keeping everything stiff and light. There's a trick-looking swing arm out back, with Showa 43mm inverted forks and a horizontal. Monoshock switching from the old KYB units. No adjustability except rear preload. But Ducati says Showa spent ages dialing in the settings. The ride's firm and sporty but compliant enough for town use. Push harder and it feels plush enough for spirited riding. It tips in confidently and turns with composure. Agile without feeling twitchy. Just a nudge on the inside, bar changes direction. It's quick to steer, but more relaxed than a Panigale or Street Fighter. Brembo brakes all round give plenty of bite, and the generous steering angle makes U-turns easy. The hydraulic clutch is light and accurate. You can actually get rolling without any throttle. At 815mm, seat's pretty low. I'm 34 inside leg and got both feet flat with bent knees. The narrow tank helps shorter riders too. Lets you really dig your knees in when riding hard. Rear set pegs and wide bars give a commanding, mildly aggressive position. The seat's quite firm though. After a few hours, we definitely needed a stretch. But you don't buy a Monster for touring? The verdict, does it live up to the original concept? Let's see. Grunty. Characterful engine check. Agile handling check. Curb appeal. Absolutely. It's got enough Monster DNA that you don't need a paternity test. At just under 12,000 pounds, it's accessible as a Ducati gateway bike. They even offer 50% down, nothing for 2 years, at 0% interest. As a naked roadster, there's loads to like. It's engaging, entertaining, and not intimidating in the right mode. Most importantly, it feels special enough to wear the badge. Yeah, the Monster's back all right.